Hey everyone, welcome to Canine Dog Talk. Okay, let me ask you something. What if I told you there's a secret biological language that your dog has been waiting for you to speak their entire life? Seriously, and I'm not talking about training commands or, bribing them with treats. I'm talking about 5 very precise sounds and signals that tap directly into their instinctual brain. And the results, well, they're pretty much automatic. So let's just get right into the science, because it's pretty mind-blowing. In controlled studies, a staggering 87% of dogs showed visible signs of relaxation, sometimes within seconds, of hearing just one of these phrases. Just think about that for a minute. That's nearly 9 out of 10 dogs responding almost instantly. This is not a fluke, folks. This just goes to show how deeply these signals are wired into their biology. And this right here, this is the most crucial part where we have to totally shift our thinking. This is not about teaching a dog to stay or settle down. No. It's about communicating with a part of their brain that's millions of years old. It's like we're using a language that's written into the very code of their DNA. All right, let's talk about the problem. That wall of silence we all face. We love our dogs more than anything, right? But in those moments of stress, a thunderstorm rolls in. Someone knocks on the door. It can feel like there's this invisible wall between us. We try to comfort them with our words, but what we don't realize is that our actions are often making things a whole lot worse. And here's where the big disconnect happens. While our words are saying, I love you, it's okay, our very human body language, standing tall, staring right at them, using that high-pitched, worried tone, it sends a completely different message. It's a chaotic signal that basically screams, hey, I'm anxious, so you should definitely be anxious too. To really get this, I need to tell you about a rescue dog named Marlowe. He was surrendered to a loud, overwhelming shelter after months of neglect. And he wasn't just scared, his spirit was completely broken. He was literally trying to disappear from the world. All these well-meaning people, they tried everything. Treats, happy talk, but it only made him shrink further into himself. But then, a behavior technician did something totally different. He didn't use English. He didn't even look at Marlowe. He just changed his own biology to speak a language that Marlowe could finally understand. And the result was, well, it was astonishing. Within minutes, Marlowe, this dog who was terrified of just existing near a human, he moved forward to seek contact. This wasn't magic. He had used the very first phrase of the pack. And that's a phrase we're about to learn right now. Okay, so let's break down how this all works, starting with 2 absolutely foundational phrases. And these aren't just about calming a dog, you guys. They're about creating this powerful biological bubble of safety all around them. So our first phrase is called the soft eye lean-in cue. You have to understand, in the dog world, a direct stare isn't friendly at all. It's a challenge. And standing tall or looming over them, that's a huge signal of dominance and threat. This one phrase dismantles that threat, instantly. Okay, so here's exactly how you do it, step by step. First, get low. Sit or kneel, get on their level. Second, soften your eyes. Instead of staring, just look at their ear or maybe their shoulder. Third, you're gonna add a low, steady humming sound, like and just think about it, right? High pitches signal excitement or alarm, but low, deep sounds, they mimic a calm heartbeat, and that's just inherently soothing. And finally, you lean in sideways, shoulder to shoulder. This is how pack mates show they're on the same team, not how a boss stands over them. All right, with this next one, we're going even deeper. We're tapping into one of the most primal memories a dog could possibly have. It's called the low-frequency comfort rumble, and it actually mimics the vibration a mother dog makes while she's nursing her pups. It's literally the very first signal of safety they ever know. So to do this one, you're gonna sit right next to your dog so your bodies are touching. Place your hand gently on their chest or shoulder. Now, here's the key. You need to hum from deep in your chest, not from your throat. The goal isn't to be loud, it's about resonance. You want them to actually feel that vibration. That feeling, it stimulates a critical nerve called the vagus nerve, which is basically a biological off switch for stress. It's like a natural sedative, physically telling their body, hey, my rhythm is calm, so yours can be too. Okay, so we've established safety. That's huge. Now we need to talk about timing, because dogs are what's known as crepuscular animals. Yeah, it's a fancy word, I know, but all it means is their biology is hardwired to be most active and alert at 2 very specific times, dawn and dusk. And if you communicate in sync with this rhythm, well, it's like unlocking a cheat code. So that time between, say, 5 and 7 p.m., your dog's brain chemistry is actually shifting. Dopamine, that's the feel-good and let's-do-stuff chemical, it's on the rise. And that's when you get that crazy burst of energy we all call the zoomies. So instead of fighting it, we match it with what are called twilight play invite chirps. These are just short, quick, happy sounds like ip ip or hey hey. It tells your dog, I see you, I see your energy, and I am ready to play. But the morning? The morning is the complete opposite. Between about 5 and 7 a.m., a dog's cortisol, the stress hormone, it naturally spikes. It's a survival instinct, being on high alert. So if you greet them with a big, loud, booming voice, you're just adding fuel to that fire. Instead, you use a dawn reassurance whisper, just a low, sliding tone, almost like a gentle sigh. And again, this isn't just a theory. The science totally backs it up. Shelters that started a simple library voice policy during their morning rounds saw a 35% reduction in anxious behaviors like fence fighting. What you're really telling your dog is, hey, I've checked the perimeter, we're safe, you can lower your guard. It just sets a calm, cool tone for the entire day. Okay, let's get to our final phrase, and this one might be the most profound of all. This one combines sound with your dog's ultimate superpower, their incredible sense of smell. I mean, to them, your scent is their home. It's their safety. It's their definition of family. We call this scent voice integration. It's really a ritual where you create a group scent, which is exactly what pack members do in the wild when they rub up against each other. And get this, when you do this, both your brain and your dog's brain release oxytocin. Yep, the love hormone. So this isn't just a psychological thing, it's a real powerful chemical bond. So here's how it works. First, and this is important, let your dog approach and sniff you first. You let them initiate. As they're doing that, you can slowly lower your face and begin that deep, resonant hum from phrase 2. And finally, you just gently press your cheek against their neck or their shoulder. This technique was actually used to help a dog named River, who was terrified of hands, learn how to trust again. It's just a profound, nonverbal way of saying, we are a pack. We belong to each other. So, you've got all these phrases, now what? How do you actually start this new conversation? Well, the key, and I mean the key, is not to rush. Please don't try to use all 5 of these on the first day. It's about building a new language, one word at a time. Your starting point should always be that foundation of safety. So really work on mastering the soft eye, lean in, and the comfort rumble first. Once that starts to feel natural, then you can start paying attention to the clock. Try the twilight chirps in the evening and that dawn whisper in the morning. And then finally, when you feel that bond is super solid, you can introduce that beautiful ritual of scent voice integration. Just remember to be patient with them and with yourself. What you're doing when you do this, it's truly profound. You're shifting from this one-way monologue of human commands to a two-way dialogue of instinct and biology. You're not just living with your dog anymore, you're actually starting to live within their world. And, well, that really brings us to the final question, doesn't it? Are you ready to make that shift? Are you ready to see your dog not just as a pet to be trained, but as a conscious being with this rich, ancient inner world that you can finally, truly be a part of? If the answer to that is yes, then please subscribe to Canine Dog Talk for more ways to deepen that incredible bond. And hey, to honor the dog in your life, I really want you to comment their name down below. Let's just fill this space with the names of all the amazing souls we're promising to understand just a little bit better. Thanks so much for being here.